We are living in a confusing time. I call this the Epstein era. We look at the epitome of modern success, the tech tycoon, political giants, and the so called alphas, and we see a terrifying pattern. They have conquered the world, acquire infinite wealth, and yet they have lost their soul. Psychologically, this is what we call as unidirectional masculinity. It is a pure testosterone, pure id. It is a drive to conquer, acquire, and consume. And when a man has infinite power but no feminine anchor, there is no empathy, no nurture. He stops seeing people as human. He starts seeing them as an object that he can use. We are raising men to be conquerors, but we are forgetting to raise them to be a protector. And this brings us to the hardest part of the power. Friedrich Nietzsche famously warned us that he who fights with the monster should look at what he is becoming in the process. Think about 17th century. To kill a brutal enemy or an empire, you often have to be more brutal than him. War hardens their heart. They fought brutality with brutality, and in the process, they become the very thing they hated. They looted, they burned, and they kept harems. Why? Because when you are surrounded by death, your heart goes numb. But one man who stood in the fire and did not burn, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. How did he kill the monster without becoming the one? And the answer is Ma Sahib Jijau. She didn't just taught him warfare, she taught him the emotional intelligence. She instilled the feminine principle, what we call Shakti or care, deep within his psyche. You see, Maharaj's respect for women wasn't just a moral policing, it was psychological survival. By respecting the dignity of a woman, even the women of his enemies, he was protecting his own soul from numbingness of the war. The feminine energy kept him grounded in humanity. It gave him the ability to switch on battlefield absolute masculine aggression and in courts absolute feminine justice. He was a complete king because he was a balanced man. And that is the lesson for us today. Conquest required masculine energy. It is about the expansion. But civilization requires feminine energy. It is about sustainability and nurture. You cannot build Swaraj, a culture of self rule, on fear alone. You need care. That is why the brutal empire of his time collapsed the moment the dictator died. But the legacy of Shivaji Maharaj, it has lasted for 350 years. Why? Because he just didn't build the empire of the land, he built empire